Hello and welcome to the latest edition of
In Our House.
And first off, here's the news story of the day.
Because look, it's got St. George's on.
This summer there will be owls all over the city. Different groups of people are painting them and putting them on display. Some will be sold for charity. At St. George's School we have also made our owl bracelets, owl cupcakes and owl balloons. The money will be going to the Children's Hospital.
And now for some more local news.
The Lord Mayor of Birmingham was special guest at a local history showcase held at Lordswood Girls' School in Harborne. The school showed film of a recent visit to the World War I battlefields. History societies and individuals with a passion for local history set up a diverse range of displays about their localities. They shared experiences, swapped ideas, and around 150 people found out more about history on their doorstep.
That's the old shop. Open countryside around St Philip's. We've got the manor of Birmingham still. William de Birmingham living in his manor house.
Here I have a range of objects from the Museum and Art Gallery. Some of those objects are for our use with school groups, so they're real objects that we collect and they can be safely handled so that children can find out more about them. At the Museum and Art Gallery, also the Centre for Conservation of the Staffordshire Ward, and we have a range of objects here which people can also handle, replica objects like the York helmet and the petrol cross.
I study the history of medicine and surgery, and here I've got a wide selection of tools going from Neolithic straight through the 17th century. So we've got stuff to do with trepanning, we've got stuff to do with arrow and bullet removal, dentistry. So we're covering the whole gamut to show people just how amazing and skilled the surgeons of the past were.
This is solid gold.
Oh wow.
And what happened is when this city was given a charter for a mayor, the first mayor in the city was William Schofield. So they made the first badge with WS in. Now all these are individual initials of mayors. So we got up to 2004, John Alden, Mike Nangle, he passed away, John Hood, he's back in the country, Mike Sharp, he was in the army.
We did Birmingham in the Civil War with our group, and me and my friend did a cartoon strip, and I did the drawings, and we explained what Birmingham did, and they Prince Rupert marched and he was on his way to Lichfield.
It's like a World War II newspaper, and inside it is clothes rationing and food rationing. So here is like an article about clothes rationing.
Local history at Lordswood Girls is incredibly important because it's quite often overlooked as a dry area of history or something that students and especially teenagers think, oh, it's just the same old thing. And I think what we've managed to do tonight is really show both students and local residents that actually our city's heritage is full of absolutely amazing stories from fantastic people from such a diverse range of backgrounds, and it's that spark of interest that we really hope will develop into a curiosity about our city's heritage and for them to form a deeper connection with our history.
1960s and contemporary. Then we moved to Scotland where we have the Royal Train.
And join me later with this huge tortoise.
And now it's time for the spelling mistake of the week.
There will now be an entrance fee of £3 after 1 a.m. on Friday and Saturday nights.
Pretty weekend to the week.
Now it's time for a memory moment.
The one thing was drummed into him, me and my one sister, because with mum and dad there was 15 of us, wasn't it? And the alphabet, backwards.
Oh, well, we used to have to say, Dad,
when we was 5, it was drummed into us. And of course you used to have a Friday penny after man, only if you said the alphabet backwards. You know, I couldn't say it forward till I was about 12 or 13. Because you kept dropping it back.
It's only recently.
And we still know it.
Yeah. Our dad used to tell us, you've got to sing it.
Oh.
And it was like ZYXWVUTSRQP LKJIQFDCDA.
If only I'd got a penny.
Oh, we got a penny.
Yeah. And then, as the others grew up, we used to have to teach them, you know.
Z, Y, V, U, X, Y, Z.
Started off with X.
Oh!
Z, Y, X, W, V, U, T, S, R, Q, P, O, N, M, L, K, J, I, H, G, F, E, D, C, B, X.
Now for this week's mystery picture. Can anybody guess where this is?
Well, I can see the Jamie's Italian, probably packed as usual.
Then you've got Browns
I
next to it.
recognise it. I forgot where it... Oh, the bull ring!
Well, let's have a look then and see if you're right. So there you have it. This week's mystery picture is the bull ring.
It is now 1 year since a big tourist attraction opened. It is all about model trains and much more, as we found out when we met the owner.
A new tourist attraction in the Jewellery Quarter is just a thing for the youngsters and those who remember their childhood, especially if they like planes and trains.
So, Peter, could you show us around?
With pleasure. Let's start at the UK. Every little boy, however young or old they are, and every little girl, however old or young she is, loves trains and planes all over the world. This is the track that we use on all our models. It's made by Pico, which is an English company down in Beer in Devon, and it's called FlexiTrack. And the reason it's called FlexiTrack is because it flexes. So we make curves with it, and we can make them at any particular angle we want.
Much of it is run by a computer.
Basically the 30s layout, but there's 13 trains in there.
The sets are still being constructed, so let's give them a hand.
Too much in the holder. A little pinch. There we go.
One, put it there.
The hotels on the strip of Las Vegas. And this shows you whether you're level or not. That's level now, you see. Very, very gentle. Put the gear up. Full power up. Very gentle, very gentle. Too high, too high. Now.
It has sets from all around the world.
We also have the United Kingdom, primarily England at the moment, and we're showing England in 3 different areas: 1930s, 1960s and contemporary. Then we move to Scotland, where we have the Royal Train and Her Majesty the Queen getting on board. We have Canada, the United States, Germany, France, Switzerland, Holland, Belgium. We're going to introduce China, Japan, Italy, Spain and Norway. So we're looking all over the world, and we really are the wonderful world of trains and planes.
This is a big tortoise. What do you know about it?
So these are African spur-thighed tortoises, and these are the largest mainland species of tortoise in the world. They get up and over 120 kilo. So they're a big tortoise. At the moment, she's around about 35 to 40 kilo, and we've got a male who's a little bit bigger. He's about 55 kilo. So the shell is very, very hard. Very, very hard. You can even knock it, and it adds as a great protection for the tortoise, because what the tortoise does when it feels threatened, can you see it fits inside the shell? So I can't get to the tortoise's head now. Feels totally protected, and now she'll start to come back out because there's no danger around. Also, they are totally fixed into this. Some people do think that tortoises can just wander in and out of their shell, but they are totally fixed into this.
So do they shed the shell just like you normally would do?
So
with fingernails,
yeah, but very, very, yeah, exactly. But it will be a very, very gradual, sort of very slow process.
So what's the lifespan of one of these then?
So this particular species could live anywhere from 100 to 150 years, maybe even up to 200 years with the right conditions, the right diet as well.
Are they born with this shell on?
Yes, once you've got the right diet and right heating and humidity requirements with these animals, then they can be sort of fairly easy and quite rewarding species to keep. The only problem is with this species getting as large as it does, you really do need a large garden to actually keep these animals. So as you can see, we've got a huge space here for them. Massive hole in there. When you go back through reception, you can see her eggs in the incubator. It's nice and warm in here. He's got his heat bulbs over there as well, and it's a fully heated indoor enclosure.
So I'm here with Jason at the main chandelier. So what do you do?
Well, for the last nearly 25 years, my task, one of my many tasks in the building, is to wind the chandelier down and polish it and relamp it. In the early days, we had filament light bulbs, which used to blow on a fairly regular basis, but recently we've relamped it with LED bulbs, so we're hoping to get at least 2, 3, maybe even 4 years of life from the LED lamps before we have to wind it down again. But the process of winding it down is quite a long, drawn-out process. I have to organise some guys to come and help me. It's a 4-man job. But my role, I stand at the bottom of the stairs, and I've got guys who are on an old winch, and they wind it down, and I give them the shout when it's literally an inch off the carpet. And I polish the chandelier and relamp it with 63 brand new bulbs.
So can you tell me a little bit about the mechanism?
Yeah, above this dome we've got an very old Victorian winch. It's the original winch. We have it serviced on a regular basis and it's working absolutely perfectly fine, but one guy stands on the one handle and there's another guy on the other side, and it is manually wound down. It's quite a strenuous process, as I found out in the early years, and now I get other guys to do that bit and I do the polishing, as I said earlier. The whole process of the winding down probably takes between half an hour and 3/4 of an hour. Once the chandelier's down, it's polished, relamped, and then it's wound back up, back into position. Hopefully all the bulbs work when you switch it back on, otherwise you've got to wind it back down again.
So this is the view looking down on the chandelier, and this is that winding mechanism. Look, and above it looks a bit like this. And this is only a little dome really. It's that area, look, which is shaded grey on this sketch. So the rest of the dome goes way up above it. And it looks like this. It must be said that not many people have ever climbed to the top of that. So maybe now you'll never look at the dome again in exactly the same way.
What's the best day to go to the beach? Sunday. What does the sun drink out of? Sunglasses.
What did the ocean say to the beach? Nothing, it just waved.
What do sheep do on a sunny day? They have a barbecue.
Where do sharks go on holiday? Finland.
How do you prevent a summer cold? Catch it in the winter. What do sharks eat for dinner? Fish and chips. Which letter of the alphabet is the coolest? I, T. What's black and white and red all over? A sunburnt penguin.
Where do cows go on holiday? New York.
What do frogs drink on a hot summer day? Coca-Cola.
It's the final of the HMS Birmingham Vase, a primary school football competition. Oratory versus John Fisher.
And our Vase finalists, who are St John Fisher and the Oratory. Give them a round of applause, please.
Councillor Anita Ward met the two teams. St John Fisher wore green, the Oratory were in maroon.
Okay, thank you. And Ben, can you introduce Councillor Ward to the Oratory team?
Just a second, come back.
Jason. Hi, Jason. Hi, Jason.
One of you. Go on, Della, go. Hit it. Feet on the floor. That's it. Feet on the floor. Down the line now. Down the line.
In the early stages, Oratory made a lot of the running in an end-to-end start. As the ball was crossed to the left, Finn turned and shot to score with a neat finish, which went across goal. Straight from the kick-off, Dylan Jones picked up the ball and his pass looped into the box and the bounce caught the keeper off guard. Then Dylan's shot was parried by the goalkeeper to keep the score at 2-0. Straight away, Dylan M ran with pace for the middle, and this time the goalkeeper had no chance. Oratory's number 8, Ben, unleashed a right-footed shot which rifled into the goal to make it 3-1. There was end-to-end action with both teams hungry to score another. That goal came after a robust challenge by the reliable defender Sino, who set up Finn, whose pass to Jensen resulted in goal number 4.
Oh. Mikael, come wider.
There was a final effort by Oratory, saved by Miguel, who stretched to keep out the effort 4-1 at half time.
The second half started with 2 quick penalties, the first by Captain Finn and then by Dylan Mitchell to make it 6-1. Both sides hit the post, first Oratory and then St John Fisher.
What a crossbar!
Oh!
A 7th goal came when Jensen cut inside and blasted the ball into the bottom corner.
Play, Dylan. Come on, Dylan. Have a shot.
As teacher Mrs McAleer, the Wally and the Brolly, watched on as it continued to rain goals. Sam whipped a corner into the box and Finn scored his hat-trick, nutmegging the keeper. It was a great game and Oratory battled on to the final whistle. So last year's runners-up were the proud winners. Final score, St John Fisher 8, Oratory 1.
They never ever gave up. Real grim, well done. Our runners-up 2015, the Oratory. Ben, out you come.
Well played.
Okay. Ben, you go to the back of your line, Ben.
Commiserations. Thank you. Well played, mate. Thank you. Well played. Thank you very much. You're welcome. I like it when they're tall. It's much easier. Thank you for this tournament today. Sorry.
Got enough on some more. I think I've got one extra there. Short of what? We've just got enough. Bang on.
Well done.
Well played. Well done. You are right, you know.
Into line, boys, please.
Well played.
I'll see you around there in a minute, mate.
Okay.
We won 8-1 and there's nothing else to say.
Is that it? Yeah,
Yep.
Good. Enjoy the game?
Yep, it's fun.
Between the races, there was lots of entertainment in the square. Koji Nixon, TNT News at Brindley Place.
That's it from our latest edition of In Our House from TNT News. Goodbye and thanks for watching.